I just made one of the most epically stupid decisions I think I've ever made cycling. You see, I'm 87 kilometers into a round trip commute with a workday sandwich in the middle. I'm exhausted, but I got to my destination at 80 kilometers. I was like, I gotta do 90. So I carried on cycling 5 kilometers past my destination, which is my mum's house. Problem being, pretty much all 5 of those kilometers were downhill. I am really paying for that. I'm holding on for dear life. But that's not what the vlog's about. What the vlog is actually about is this one question. Let's imagine that you're 80, 85, 90, it doesn't matter what age, but pick an age. Let's imagine you're in your late years and you get to go to a birthday party that's thrown in your honour, and all of your friends and family are there, and you get to listen to the things that the people say about you and how you lived your life. What would you want to hear? One day. So while I let Winnie cool off in the water, the reason that I asked that question is because that was a question that was asked of me when I was on my level 3 course by my course tutor, Rob Griffiths, and we were talking about motivation and how you help people who are struggling for motivation to continue or get started in training, or even get started in anything, to lock themselves into a really positive long-term vision of themselves. So rather than the short-term daily and weekly motivational tools for our tool belt that we've been talking about over the past few weeks, this one is the long-term golden nugget of motivation that, if done properly, and if you properly invest in yourself, can really lock you into the best version of yourself, I reckon, for the rest of your life. Is that too crazy a thing to say? I really believe it. Oh, that was a really good run, and now I've got 3 hours, then I'm swimming. And the thing is, and this is just an opinion by the way, before I get in there and freeze myself, I don't think enough of us look far enough ahead in life. I don't mean we wish our lives away by only looking to the future and not taking part in not being in the present. What I mean is there's just so many people in this world, me included through most of my life up until this point, that just wait for life to happen to them, just kind of drift through life. And I think I just want to convey this message that if you make some plans and if you take some action, like if you grab life by the scruff of the neck, really and honestly, I believe that you can do anything you set out to achieve. You can really do anything you want to do. Right, that's enough procrastinating. I really do genuinely have to get in. Let's take me for an example. Now, before I start telling you the story, just be aware you're about to see some shocking photos of a shocking hairline, and very much the reason why I now wear hats in races. So 7 years ago, I'd never done a triathlon, and I got into it already with a 5-year plan in mind. What I wanted was to be able to represent GB at middle distance triathlon within 5 years. And it can be done a lot quicker than that if you want to jump straight to middle distance, but I wanted to play the long game because you'll probably get a flavour in this vlog. I'm all about the long game. So in the first year, I did a few sprint triathlons. I did my first one in Henley. Shocking photo somewhere here of my hairline. Still haunts me. The second year, I started to do more sprints and I did an Olympic. I tried that out. Third year, I went into majoritively Olympics, did some aquathlons, did some sprints, and the fourth year I was ready to have a crack at a middle distance race. So Mary and I went on a little holiday to Spain. I raced in Portaventura in the middle distance challenge race, managed to qualify for GB then, which was amazing, and then therefore in the 5th year, I raced for GB and I picked up this lovely medal, and I got to wear my GB suit and wear my GB tracksuit and all of that. And for me, it was like the perfect story arc, almost like Avengers, like a seemed like it's like a character in Avengers or Game of Thrones. I had this arc that I'd planned out for myself, and I knew that I wanted this 5-year story to end there. And really fortunately for me, it did. Like, I got to race for GB in the 5 years that I'd planned out. Everything went perfectly until the race year. And actually, it wasn't the GB thing that I was really bothered about. It was what I wanted a end point for my first 5 years in triathlon, and it just happened to be that something to aim for was GB. But on the day in Austria in 2016, I was just, man, I woke up with a cricked neck. You know, when do you get a cricked neck? It was like a bad, you got to take your own pillow. Take your own pillow to the hotel if you're doing an overseas race. Honestly, just trust me on that one. So I woke up with a cricked neck. I'd had 8 months off of running just before the race because I had a prolapsed disc in my back, so I hadn't done any running. I'd managed to cycle a bit, not as much as I'd like, and I could swim. So the race day was just a car crash. It was just horrendous, you know. I did all right, but the run was just one of the most painful experiences of my life. I'm sure at one point I saw a granny with a Zimmer frame walk past me. It was that demoralising. So, fast forward 2 more years. No. So fast forward 3 more years to this week and the delivery of my new GB kit. So let me get it, hang on. So honestly, the only reason that I'm doing this new race, here's my GB tri-suit that I need to send back and get named. I know what, I'm gonna put the GB tracksuit on. So like I say, fast forward to this point, 3 years on from my last GB race. I've got all the kit now, it's been delivered, but the only reason that I'm doing this, the only reason that I'm representing GB again is because I really didn't finish my story arc last time. I didn't do myself justice and it haunted me, and I've always felt I need to finish things off, I need to see things through, and this is what this is about really. I don't want it to sound like I'm cheapening the experience, because I'm really not. I'm extremely humbled and proud to represent GB in my age group. It's a fantastic feeling to pull on that tracksuit and go to an official championships where you're surrounded by incredible athletes. It is amazing. But still, at the end of the day, it's just a process goal for me. It's part of my journey. See, I love a long-term plan. How's my hair? Bear with me 1 second while I get changed for my run. It's why 7 years ago I started putting away £30 a month every month for my 40th birthday in Las Vegas 2020. It's why I have a 10-year life plan for between 40 and 50 years old. Time to go, my legs are shattered. That's why one of my overall life goals is to be world champion in something. I don't care if it's triathlon or running. And I don't care if it's in the 90s and 94. That's my aim. And it's all of these super long-term goals that keep me honest, keep me driven, and lock down what I think are my best personality traits. Hi. Hello. So the next time you wonder whether you should train or not, or even start training, or even just do that thing that you've always wanted to do, then fast forward yourself to your 85th, 90th, whatever birthday party and listen to what you want those people to have said about you and the way you lived your life. Then get out there and get it done. You can do whatever you put your mind to, and I genuinely and truly believe that. You just have to get out there and stick at it. Why do you think I'm not going anywhere on YouTube? I'm sticking around because life, in my opinion, rewards the tryhards. So I hope that has helped you in some way. Get yourself subscribed, follow the journey, and you get to say you were one of the first 1,000 when I get to 1 million. And I'll see you Tuesday for a 12-week sprint triathlon training plan.